And welcome to another video. This time we're doing the British Empire. Why? It's because I said so. Starting off, the British, they finally get this entire things back. Why? I don't know. But anyways, the first thing they go to is Eteria, which, honestly, there wasn't really much resistance on that one. Pretty sure they're really weak as hell. But they weren't going to stop here as they go for Somalia and Ethiopia, which both are, well, not really Somalia, but Ethiopia, decently. And haven't been colonized in the colonization period. So lucky them. And Liberia. But they do actually fled right in with colonies. And they're also fighting in for Somaliland, so they're not gonna tell Somaliland that they're actually trying to completely take over. So with that falling and then completely with Somalia, there's just no chance for Ethiopia. But they actually do punch back a good bit and try and get some resistance. But it's not really gonna happen with the whole chunk being missing. As the British are finally using all forces for this one, kind of. All forces that they have in Africa, that is. So then finally it's closing in, and Ethiopia has surrendered. That too. So let's look at the new peace treaty, shall we? As it's now clear that the British have really started their attacks. Did they ever own Afghanistan? I don't know. But as for right now, they are kind of focusing on what they want, which Madagascar and other country, forgot your name. Oh shit, my bad. With some help, these guys are going to join in, but I mean, so will I. So yeah, the British not very easy, but oh god, well it looks like Britannia really owns the way. Well, before you count out the British, I must say that we're actually using all British forces, meaning every colony here, all their force, most of the forces here are going to be brought exactly into Africa, ready for the invasions, which they're about to happen now. But what is beginning is British invasion on, I think that's Senegal. I don't know, but the British are actually very much of warriors as they enter Liberia, and I don't know, like that's one of the Guineas. I don't know, but Liberia is finally captured, which I don't think they were either by colonization period. But anyways, they do just keep punching through. And so over here in this African side, all are captured. And as over here, it's the same as they land on the bottom and push all in. With little losses for the British, they actually go over here and from many troops going back to punch in. Now I should say this isn't just very easy for the British, as they're actually beating some actual forces. As the British are landing here, they try to fight through, which they're actually beating. They're actually fighting back. Unlike over here, which the DRC was not was actually kind of surprised, as Angola let down the border, which Angola thought the DRC had this handled. So, which meaning the British has more advantage up here, but they're finally held back. As up here to some forces, but not as much, finally closing in on the DRC to secure a victory. Over here, oh my God, the islands I think from Madagascar are taken, and finally a naval front from Madagascar is landed on the bottom and finally on the top, making the largest landing. So, how does the world think of this? Well, with the British doing this, France, Germany, well, the EU in total, mainly, are surprised that the British are doing this. And America's not really trusting this as they're now worried because Canada's part of them. Denmark's also worried because they might be invaded. But the British are not going to answer the questions because they don't have to. Which the British actually just send some troops to sneak around through here and use more troops to invade, which they do. Not very lucky for to be any of these countries. What I will say is that the British are having a field day. Well, kind of, for now. As this has fallen, the British are being held back by troops, and now this might be something. Right here, troops are fighting directly on the border until the British pushes into it, which, after a while, they finally split the country. This one falling first, and then which now this is stuck in a stalemate until that's been closed in. Madagascar loses some land down here, which after a while they surrender. Finally, these guys are surrendering, and now the DRC is having has the British gnawing at the top of their border. Oh yeah, and finally on the side, which they finally use this to do the same thing, which the British push upwards, and yeah, it's not really going well. These guys fall finally into DRC sues for peace. So we're going to be looking at this peace treaty, and it's not going to go so well for these guys. And the British Empire has expanded more. But finally, they're honestly, let's be honest, they're probably going to pressure the Ivory Coast to join. And so, with more military pressure, they're definitely going to force them to join them. So basically, they're going to go ahead and say, "Hey, if you join us, you'll be spared. Your people will be spared." So they go ahead and join. So now the British Empire has expanded more. That's a problem. Oh, while looking around, they realized, oh wait, there's the Americas, there's Asia, and the Middle East. Not much for them, but still, the Middle East. So where are they going to go first? Well, they're honestly, let's say Asia strong, Middle East pretty strong, Americas decently strong down here, and mostly strong up here because the United States and Brazil. So both they look around and say, "Oh right, the Caribbean and Central America are ripe for invasion." What did they do? Well, they invite Spain for this one. Why? Well, mainly because they want Spain to join on this one because of what they're about to do here. We invite them because, well, we're going to ignore that. Anyways, they invite them because, well, they have plans for the invasions. So what do they finally do? Well, that. Oh, that's a whole different thing. Hold on. Good morning, USA. Honestly, with this one, the British start the invasion by going into. I think this is Guatemala. I think. I could be horribly wrong. But, anyways, they decided to do what they do best invade. So the British actually just go through here just to fight, which they actually go through El Salvador, cutting them off from that. I don't remember its name. But Guatemala is not really strong enough to beat the Brits. But obviously, the British are going to go out and just say hooray. As cutting them off, they're going to go through there and kind of swiftly go through, trying to reach the Panama Canal so they can meet up at Colombia. So cutting them off completely by the coast, making them surrender, which then makes these guys surrender. They kind of look at Panama as they invade. Yep, there's no point. But over here is a bit different because some British forces are down there fighting, but they focus mainly over here, which naval invasion helps them out, and they are able to go faster. Mainly because they think they can go over here, but France owns that, so they're not really wanting to fight France. So they kind of just say, "Oh shit, that's gonna have to wait then." Yeah, they take that just to piss these guys off, but they're not really ready because they kind of think they're gonna lose, mainly because of that. But with mainly British forces finally coming over here, and with Spanish forces actually appearing up and fighting in Venezuela, which they're actually holding a stronger front up in the north. And on the east side, they're actually punching inwards, and which they're actually doing pretty well. But the Spanish actually make another front on the west, well, northwest, trying to cut them off from going into Colombia. Colombia is confused on why there's forces there, but they're not going to question it. As they cut off all communications, which, with harsh battles, they're struggling, but finally they manage to cut most of Venezuela. That's Venezuela. I like saying Venezuela in different ways. It's fun. I like Venezuela's name. It's actually really creative. I like it. All countries' names are creative, but I like theirs much. But finally, Venezuela finally gets stuck in a stalemate till they push back Spanish troops. Oh, mainly because they know the land's better, and also because of guerrilla warfare. So they actually push them back. It's splitting off that, which they finally cut them off from there. I don't know if that's just like a river way, but they finally pushing them out, but they get held back. And over here, the British kind of meets up with Spanish, but not Colombian. Venezuelan troops are actually punching them back. And they're doing decently well, surprisingly. So up here, the Spanish are actually forcibly beaten down. I mean, pretty fucking badly. And Spain is not as strong as it once was before. And now Argentina's thinking they're going to be able to win, but they don't want to join just yet. But they won't. But now they're stuck at a stalemate to Britain. That's that. Venezuela makes it pretty clear that they're not going to go down so quickly. And these guys aren't even liberated. Fake ass, bro. Anyways, over here, it's not really the same. British and Spanish troops just quickly flood over, as it actually goes pretty fucking south. Why? Well, mainly because the invasion of Cuba. And what do they do? The Bay. The Battle of the Bay of Pigs. Capturing Havana, mainly because they kind of use a nuclear weapon on that one. Not completely. But then Cuba's people are finally revolting because, well, not really going so well. So Central America goes, and finally, the peace treaties finally have been made. This. Let's see how it goes. Right here is the final product, which yeah, the British actually did pretty well for themselves. They actually they got most of Cuba up here. They kind of give it this. Well, it's kind of under Spanish and British co-rule. Same here, but over here, full Spanish ruling. Colombia, they just get a bit of land. Oh yeah, and these go to Britain. So Argentina can suck it. Argentina's pretty pissed, but Britain don't care because they don't fuck with that. Oh yeah, Mexico got a little bit of land too. So yeah, now the British are looking around and they realize, well, we're gonna need continents. Well, we're gonna need part of Europe. So that fucking sucks. So if you're here anywhere around the world, well, I'm sorry, you're about to be British. Which they actually did. These guys aren't even part of, not really part of Europe. But here they are. They got war declared on. These days, you may be wondering, well, where's NATO and EU? Because I know you guys have to fucking do that. In the comment section. Oh well, not a fucking existent here. Because we don't play with realism. Fuck you. Oh yeah, they also because Estonia got the war declared on, which now these guys are gonna play in this. Who's also getting played in? Denmark. Why the Danish? Well, because they want Greenland and all that. Actually, it might get the U.S. involved. Britain says, America, if you let us do that, we'll give you what you want, which is Greenland. America says, Greenland, hell yeah. So then it was settled that they get to do whatever the hell they want. So America's like, fuck you guys, we get Greenland. Suck my dick, bro. Which then I'm gonna have to just. Oops, that's more better. Alright, well, this should be pretty easy, I think. But alright, there's still more countries that are getting involved. These guys are getting involved, which then would make these two involved because, well, Britain's been kind of eyeing them up. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of a son of a bitch. As I was saying, they've been kind of just a son of a bitch. They've been kind of eyeing them up, kind of wanting that land. But then these guys are joining because, well, they don't like these guys either. Then Georgia joins. Well, if Georgia's going to join, big body, big bad Russia's going to join. Which then Belarus joins, which kind of the Ukrainian war. So, well, I think Russia still owns Crimea. I think. Not sure. I don't look too much into that. Which then these guys join. Moldova joins. Why not? Oh, yeah, oh shit, Brandon. You cannot go that far. Well, I guess it's now a global conflict. Well, can't have that without China being involved and then North Korea. I think Vietnam. Well, the US gets to join because, well, they were promised Greenland, and America really wants that fucking Greenland land. Which didn't really hit the. So it is now a whole global, completely global issue. Oh boy. So to make sure that Japan does not get the sun on them, they're actually going to switch sides, even though it's not even going to look good on them. And as we are seeing this, it's completely global now. Oh, okay, Antarctica. Okay. Well, it's not even going to matter. We're not even going to focus on that. So it doesn't matter. Anyways, well, kind of seems like these guys are cooked. These guys are kind of fucked. So what's going to happen first? Well, it's all going to start where it first began, over here. Why? Because I want it to. How's this going to start? Well, it's finally going to be because new Syrian government does not like the British as Britain starts invading, which really proves their point. Cyprus was easy to fall, and, well, Syria was never really strong. But now the British are going into Iran, which is struggling, and they try to go in over here, or struggling, which they actually got more of a. So they kind of just punch further in. But Saudi Arabia was quick to go down here as they actually fight off British forces. Up here is not the same as it goes to Britain. And yeah, we're gonna lose that pretty quick. But we here they're actually forced to go. And now all staying countries are fighting. They also do actually a bit of invasion up here. But China was quick to say, oh fuck that, and immediately started bashing. I mean fucking bashing. Because these guys are pretty fucking weak. China's way fucking stronger. So they started bashing the hell out of them. Kicking them out of the. Okay, looks like we're getting yellow to see. Let's reconnected. Okay, what the hell is this? Oh, not what I wanted. Okay, that's kind of useless. Anyway, here comes war. As it just kind of just goes further. Let's be honest, that wasn't going to do much. with Japanese and North Korean troops and Chinese troops. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. I mean, yeah, I just forgot about those. Honestly, Taiwan was quick to fall as well. And over here, it's actually not really the same. As there's actually some struggle. Well, Vietnam, they join in because free real estate, free land. Also because they're they're allies with China and Russia, so why not? They don't like America, but they join at the same time. So it's kind of confusing. But anyways, it gets them stuck. Why? Well, mainly because they're now split. Except if you're Vietnamese, because Vietnam was definitely not playing today. So then it finally happens, and these guys were forced to surrender, and now they fall. Up here, the British actually uses their Asian colonies to invade. Yeah, Indonesia is kind of getting slammed, but it's actually brought to a halt. A bit of invasion here, it's brought to a halt. Up here, same thing, a halt. Over here, it's probably one of the deadliest campaigns. Why? Mainly because it's a huge ass struggle. Up here, they're actually trying to force these guys to surrender quick, but it's not going well. They try to invade here, they get stuck. Over here, stuck again. Up here, they actually get some success until they're stuck again. Why are they getting stuck? Well, because guerrilla warfare. They actually do pretty well up over here, which actually causes these then to fall. Except for down here, which becomes ironic because they say they will never fall and then they fall. Yeah. Up here, there's an invasion, but it's actually the deadliest. Oh yeah, down here they used Australia so they can get good side invasions. But down here, Australia actually gets slammed into. Same up here. So Britain's now worried. Well, not much is here, as Britain actually gets a field day pounding right on Zoo. So Asia's stuck in a stalemate, kind of. We'll discuss Russia in a minute. This is Britain's video, not Russia's video. They only got two videos. Only they need more. Maybe more than that. Anyways, the DRC and Angola, they're already weakened, so this is probably the easiest thing for the British, as they actually are quick to fight around. After using every bit of force they have in these regions, so which they're quick to actually fight. The DRC collapses, which then worries these guys, so they quickly surrender about this, mainly because it's probably the smartest option. Unless you're over here, because now you're actually about to get fought. And because British people are not playing today. So they actually tell every African country, hey man, if you surrender now, we'll spare you. Tunisia was about to opt out, but until the British actually invade them, which everyone's saying, what the fuck is this, bro? You said. And British says, well, yeah, well, knowing y'all, they're not going to surrender, so why not beat the shit out of y'all and make y'all surrender? Algiers is captured pretty quick, as they're now fighting through, but the Algerian forces actually stop them. They're now the British try to fight in Libya, which is actually halted. But until you're down here in top of Chad, which now you're really stuck here. Not much to do. Up here, they actually kind of do not so well as up there, because now they're being fought down. Trying to liberate their old friends, I should say. It's now never. Over here in the Americas, Brazil, French Guiana, are fought into. Though over here they actually fight with Brazil having a front down here into Spanish Venezuela fought. Anyways, Colombia's invaded, but Colombia also fights inwards. So Spain's kind of pissed. But over here, the British actually get that. They kind of want that back. Colombia's kind of pissed. But over here, Mexico actually kind of punches far in here. But assaulted up here, invaded. But Mexico holds it off quick. Unlike what's going to happen over here with America. Grand old America immediately entering that border. They chase them down, pulling off with Baja California, as they're actually pretty fast to take it, getting them the Navy, getting kind of fast in here. So yeah, it's not going so well. Unlike up here, which they don't have much. Hold on. Let's be fair, not going to last long. But unlike the Danish, here comes the British. Capturing Copenhagen, they quickly surrender. No surprise. Germany, oh, that's a big fight because, well, now it's now in which now British troops are actually fighting over here, along with the Russians. Pretty on. So then oh, I forgot to claim to go with part of Russia. My bad. Anyways, these guys are going to go fighting, unless you're Ukrainian. And, oh, I meant Polish, because the Polish are here. But it's unlikely that it's going to last long because here comes Ukraine. Up, up there, they're fine. But Russia does already have this front, so they kind of use that to advantage with British, Belarusian troops quickly go fight. Which finally, with some strategic points, they're finally Ukraine finally gives in after so long, and because Russia going to use some certain weapons, which then is stitched in Moldova and Romania punched into. Down here, it's Turkey. I say we were going to wait for Russia because, well, Iranian problems, kind of. They're friends with Iran, but also with Turkey, and now they're fighting against them. Odd. That's what I'm saying. Oh, 20. Romania's punched into, which is now. It's now or never. So you may be wondering, who's going to fall next? Mexico. Why? Well, because there's not much. This is recaptured, and now all forces of Americans, British, and Spanish are completely going inwards, which is the huge struggle, especially if you're Colombia. But now other resources up here are fighting, which everyone forgets about down here, so now the British are using it to their exploration, punching far into Argentina, and now going upward into Chile. This is really not really their day. Which now they're just going further. Oh yeah, and finally now they're here to stop that. Tell that and that. Other than that, they finally stop it. So now they're in a stalemate, which then over here, Spain and British are quick to move. But over here is not really the same until Italy doesn't really want to kind of switching sides until that's invaded, and then they lose swiftly. Which now they're trying to push up to boot. It's now meeting Italian forces. Over here, they do what Italy did, invaded Albania in a bunch of degrees. Macedonia, Kosovo, and Montenegro. Hard. of Bosnia and Herzegovina with Croatia and Montenegro. Not Montenegro, North Macedonia. Crap. I think it's Serbia. I don't know. Crete is taken, in which part here is taken. But over here, it's not going so well. They actually have a fund. Oh. But now Britain's trying to split up the country to get that land, which they're actually successful at some point here, which now they're really getting fucking punched. So now everyone's telling them, oh shit, we might be done for here. Might not be the best days. Libya's not understanding why they're saying that until it's captured. Well, half and then they surrender. Chad's next to go, which then this front goes. And honestly, this war is not really worth it for these guys, so they all just sue for peace. Everyone's kind of pissed about it, but they understand it because, well, what the fuck are they going to do? At some point, they're going to lose. But over here, Saudi Arabia loses more land, which then the British get regain that. Finally, regain this. And now they're using every bit of might. Which, yes, it even means they push up here just to go far. So, yeah. Uh, which finally, they have a landing in Iran from the Brits. And now it's all going to hell. Because, well, here comes the Russians. Mainly Kazakhstan. With Kazakhstani soldiers forcing some children to join in this war, never to be seen again. Wonder who else is doing that? No idea who. God, that looks so ugly. Which? Oh shit! What the hell happened? You may be asking. Well, Polish. Oh, he got killed. Probably an assassination. But these guys actually get scammed. So more of forces into the Greeks or Greece. Greece is not as strong as the Brits, so but they actually are fighting with some might. Istanbul is captured and parts of northern Turkey. Bulgaria is getting a beatdown of its lifetime, same as Romania, because of all these guys aren't really that good. These fall. Hungary really doesn't want to go against Russia because they kind of like Russia. So, huh? You guys are ass. No wonder why Europe got so pissed. Declaring war on Switzerland. Not a good sight. But Germany is invaded again, which is actually halted because they are struggling pretty badly. But over here, Czechia and Slovakia are quickly invaded. Austria falls, and now Europe is really in struggles until it comes up to the Nordics, which gives Europe hope. Mainly if you're Finnish, because well, now they're really fighting it. Which now they're honestly just going to fall. Which now they're really forcing us to fall. Which now Russia's really pissed. Well, no, they're not. So now, once this falls from Sweden, that's really much of all they can really do until, like, up here. They punch up here. But honestly, not really going so well. So finally, they all decide to come up with a peace treaty in which it's, but we're only going to focus on what Britain. It's because I don't care. But the others, this is Britain video. Let's just look into it. Looking at this, holy hell, Britain. You are one violent son of a bitch. It was unfair over here, and they have almost all of it. This is so unrealistic as hell. This barely gets to live. Oh, wait, we forgot about a country. Yeah, Tunica get captured. Well, actually, Britain really got greedy on that one. Keep forgetting about fucking Crete, I swear. My bad, guys. I should not forget about these. I was more focused on on how others should look, and then Britain takes that and son of a bitch, take that, and that's perfectly it. Alright, so let's look over here. Not much really changes. Bit of Colombia, bit of Brazil. Not much, actually. But they get this. More of South America. You know, fuck it. Hold on. You're just gonna see this in a minute. Cause why not? They they get this. That's all they get. Alright. It's done. No more of the peace treaty. Greedy British bastards. Anyways, Asia was not very much touched. Not much to really go with it. Alright, over here, you could tell already what was the biggest change. They took over a bit of Europe. They gave this to America, so that goes to America now. It's American. Must be very happy, huh? Anyways, and that's pretty much it. Like this guy, please. I tried my best. See ya.